When we small business owners have uncertainty about our businesses, it creates fear and overwhelm. With fear and overwhelm comes a loss of control. We have no clarity about the future. We fight fires every single day, and we use gut feel to make business decisions. We stay up nights worrying about whether or not we're going to make payroll. We stay up nights worrying about whether or not we're going to get new business, and if we get new business, are we going to do it profitably? We stay up nights worrying about whether or not we can pay our personal bills and what we're going to tell our spouses when we can't. We stay up nights worrying about what could possibly go wrong next, and we fear the embarrassment, emotional, and economic loss associated with total and complete failure. On the other hand, when you have control over your business, you have clarity about the future. You know what tomorrow will bring, and if tomorrow takes a different turn, you know how to handle it. You have the right tools and the right information to make the right business decisions. And you have all the contingencies covered. And as a result, you're able to enjoy more profit and income, pay all of your bills, have no more challenging discussions with your spouse about getting another job, and at the same time, increase the value of your business. In short, you have a business that works. My name is Michael Barbarita from Next Step CFO. And at Next Step CFO, we are a contracted Chief Financial Officer services firm. And we are providing services and producing information products that give clarity and control to small business owners, helping them make the right business decisions that lead to multiple six figures in profit and income and seven figures in business value. With over 30 years of experience in actually owning retail, manufacturing, and service companies, I truly understand the risks and opportunities of business ownership. And over the last 10 years, I've been providing clarity to small business owners through business and cash flow forecasting, key performance indicators or metrics, and business ownership experience. In this short video, and the free short videos that I put together for you available for download, I'm going to show you how to gain more clarity and control over your business, as well as helping you make better business decisions. I basically answer frequently asked questions by business owners, as well as questions that business owners should ask. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to get those other free videos. So sit back and enjoy. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how adversity is inevitable if you're in business. And by no means is this video prepared to try to scare you off. Not at all. But we business owners need to prepare for the downside. And you must be ready, because in business, it's amazing. But no matter how long or how much you plan, and no matter how many hours you prepare, there'll always be something or some things that catch you completely off guard. Things that you would not guess in a million years could happen, but they do. Adversity in business is inevitable. Sometimes the adversity happens at the very beginning, sometimes it waits until you're further along in your business, but it will hit. And that is why things like capital preservation is so important, and that's why we need to be conservative in our projections when we do our forecasting, and that's why we need to look at things at worst case. That doesn't mean you can't look at things at best case, but we also need to look at things on a worst case basis. And another word about capital preservation. Capital preservation is important no matter what stage your business is in, but especially at the very beginning. It's critically important to have to preserve as much capital as possible. So I'd like to give you a couple of examples of adversity. I was once in the business of buying and selling residential real estate. I once bought a cluster of 20 residential condos. When projecting the P&L for rental income, it is considered ultra conservative to provide a 20% provision. That is 20% of the revenue as a reserve for vacancy, because vacancy is inevitable, especially when you're talking about 20 units. There's always times when you're looking for tenants. When my partner and I bought the condos, they were 100% occupied with tenants, so the 20% provision for vacancy was very conservative. After applying the 20% provision, along with all of the other operating expenses and reserves for repairs and maintenance, and the project was making money. As it turned out, our vacancy rate was 50%. 50%. Never in a million years would us or anyone put a 50% reserve for vacancy when projecting these costs. However, it happens. Another example is one of my clients in the retail business was in business for 30 years, and during the last 10 years, sales increased overall, but certainly never went down more than 20% in any one year. All of a sudden, sales were off 50%. So when he went and projected sales the following year, he figured that the bad year was out of the system, and so he projected business would be off a conservative 10%. Now, in his mind, he really thought business would be up at least 10% after the bad year, but wanted to project conservatively for budgeting purposes, and forecasting purposes, which is the way to do it. Sales were off 50% again the following year, and then sales were off 50% the year after that, until finally he had to go out of business. Never in a million years would anyone continue to project their business to be down 50% year after year. However, sometimes it happens. Here's a little adversity preparation checklist. I believe that you need to have a business and cash flow forecast so you can prepare what-if scenarios on a downturn. Now, these what-if scenarios can be, 10, 20, 30% off so that you can see what your P&L and business looks like. But it could also be 10, 20, 30% up too, and see what it looks like then as well. In good times, and this is so important, in good times, get to know your customer better and test marketing strategies so that when something unexpected happens and you have to advertise aggressively, you know what to do. I can't tell you how many times clients come to me and says, I got to advertise. Well, who's your customer? What's the demographic? And they just don't know. And that happens many times. And as a result, they're throwing Hail Mary passes into the end zone when they run their advertising instead of really understanding and knowing the customers, and also understanding from previous testing what marketing strategies, forms of media work. Critical. Always look to reduce costs. Do not get complacent here. That's for sure. That's part of the conserving cash, and the next statement says that as well. Always conserve and reserve cash. Don't take it all out. And then always have a line of credit available. I always go to banks. You always try to go to banks when you don't need the money, because that's the best time. If you need the money, there's always a tendency that we business owners, when we need money, we can never get it, and the banks never give it. But when you don't need the money, it's a good time to get a line of credit so you have it available in a downturn. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, I have 19 other short, free videos just like it available for download. All you need to do is go to www.nextstepcfo.net, click on the link that says free videos, and we'll download those to you immediately. I look forward to helping you.